today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, this is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. From SoFi Stadium. And this carries into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. But I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
On first down, it's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Third and long. It's Stafford. And they took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. On the punt, 2 on the return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft from Cal. It's Jared Goff.
There's a toughness about Jared Goff that maybe he doesn't get enough credit for. His freshman year at Cal, team went 1-11. His rookie year with the Rams, he was 0-7 as a starter. Undaunted in either case, and has come back each and every time to flash the ability that made him the #1 overall pick in the draft when he came out of Cal.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Goff now looks to throw. They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
3rd and 2. Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run the sweep here. This is Cup. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 1 yard. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
Short of the goal line.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, you You've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Malcolm Brown who ended it with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Stafford on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
I'm ready to take over, baby. Staying, don't. What you talking about, man?
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And the Rams got it. They bring it down. Michael Brockers able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, he'll find Swift out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Rams 7, Lions nothing.
They have the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Jack Fox now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He starts with a give to Akers. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Akers. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. That was the veteran Jamie Collins busting through to make the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a run with Akers. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. That will be incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Complete to Robert Woods. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 37-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From the gun, here's Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on first down with Akers. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 17-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run this with Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Goff now to throw. The Chargers after the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
On the throwaway. It's 4th down.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Next to score, Rams 10, Lions nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they work complete this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. First down now, but that clock rolling. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Going for it all. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Danny Amendola, 26 yards. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Play action. It's gone. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Gone. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their time get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the 50, it's gone. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 8.
On 1st down, gone. They'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 24-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. 13.
Line 7.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half from the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. On the return, it's Simba Webster. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On return, the Rams take over first and 10. At their own.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for gone. They almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. There's Goff. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. On the return, here's Agnew. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Lions will take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
But you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. And it was again on the last play.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. It's caught outright. Amendola. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's Jones. And he is going to have a Lions first down. Lee says this will be incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And now running right through it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To throw again on second down. Stafford, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson.
Stafford's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Stafford looks to throw again. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson there to make the grab. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Now Prater to add the PAT. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Gone. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now it's Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Stafford delivers this to Hawkinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run out of the gun with Swift. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running the jet sweep with Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So Goff and the Rams trailing 14-13, a minute 47 on the clock. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. They got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. He's back to throw. Open man, Higby, the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
First down now, but that clock rolling. From the 50, it's gone. And he can't get it thrown away. He's taken down. Romeo Okwara in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Higby. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Intercepted by the Lions. They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.